You're live and 0 people. Damn it all. Really? Okay, I gotta go back. Gotta go back. Maybe somebody's messing with me. I don't know. Let's go back in. Okay, everybody, can you hear me? Can you hear me, people? Hi. Third time. This is the third time. This is the worst. This reminds us of the olden days. Remember the olden days? Do you remember? So we got MC Scott is here and Air is here. You're third time lucky. And then I'm gonna go here to Lewis and to see we're gonna have to start all over again. I don't know what's going on. Is this over? I think this is over 13 minutes. Um okay. Hello, everyone. Hello. Everybody fill themselves in. We're going to start afresh. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to delete all the other stuff. I'll delete it as if it's never happened. As if this show has never happened. I want to thank you people for coming in. I want to thank you. We had over 25 people come in. 25 for a nighttime stream on a Wednesday. On a Wednesday, which is like brilliant. Tomorrow I'm going to have to wake up. What time am I going to leave? I got to be there at 2 o'clock. It doesn't take that long. I got to get to Orpington. It doesn't take that long, but I'm gonna do my blood pressure. Can you see? Can you see the blood pressure? I'm gonna do the blood pressure. I'm gonna do the blood pressure. If it's over 200, I'm gonna take a pill. I should take a pill all the time. I should take a pill all the time. Thank you for coming in. I've had a day. Actually, it's been an all right day, except I didn't get any sleep last night. And I came home and I took a nap, but it wasn't a long enough nap. It's like, I never know how long, because I'm always up. I'm up looking. I never feel like I have just slept for like 3 to 5 hours. I've never felt that way. I'm always feeling like I'm sleeping for an hour, if that much. Gnome Hunter is here. Carrie B is back. Thank you very much. William Morris is back. I confirm. I believe you're here. I'm confident I am. But who knows? That's a really good question, MC Scott. Who knows? Holy moly. This is the third time that I've liked this stream. Yeah, keep on going. Keep on going. Like the stream, because I think I'm going to delete the other ones. Oh. Thank you, Chadster. Here we are. 162 over 95, and I've been very stressed out, but not super. I've been a bit stressed out. I'm always banging, like when it's not working, I'm like banging on the table. It's really unseemly. It is unseemly. Lewis, if you don't move, we'll think you're frozen and the stream has failed us again, so keep moving. Okay, I'm moving now. Can you see me? We've got 22 people now. So we're down 4. Everybody like the stream. Thumbs up on the stream. Go. I mean, if you haven't whatchamacallit, if you haven't subscribe. It's a good thing. Here we are again. Lewis says more right. Good to see you. The Jester says. Ouch, too much thumbs. It's painful. It's very painful. Let's just see. Now this is the top chat. Let's go down to live chat. let's go over to the mainstream, and we're going to start the show again. At least I'm more, you know what it is, 5 by 5. That means things are good. Thank you, William. Thank you, William. Things are a bit better. Darklands is here. Carrie B is here. MC Scott. I'm gonna do my blood pressure again. 165 is high, but it's basically 100 plus my birth. What it used to be. That's what it used to be. It was 100 plus my birth day. Plus the years I've been alive. So that's 168. I'm going to turn 169. I'm going to turn, not 169. I'll be 169. See if Joodles comes back. She's a bit mad at me. Zingo is here. Hello, Zingo. Good to see you again. You here a couple of days ago. That was like lovely. Joe is here. Hi, guys. I'm back from my reunion. I've behaved, which is unusual. I'm therefore a grown-up, which is too depressing. Not with Lewis Schaffer. You're going to be a little baby, little girl with Lewis Schaffer. You're going to be a young college or whatever girl, university girl, that age group, whatever, 18 to whatever with me, if you want to be that way. I'll be honest, I can't donate to Ko-fi, but if I could, 6 badges, okay, you'll donate another time. Don't worry about the money. 159 over 99 at 58 beats a minute. I'm quite happy with that. Keith Bexley is here. I'm noticing Keith Bexley is here. Keith Bexley. Anyway, I got into an argument. I didn't get into an argument, but there's a guy on Twitter because they were, they said to KT Holmes, they said, you better come or we're going to arrest you. And that's not freedom. You can't penalize someone for not talking to the police. That's against the rules. At least it is in America. Is that against the rules here? You don't know, because the police are a bunch of... Whoa. What happened here? Oh, my God. Please, don't. This is bad. This is like a nightmare. This is a nightmare. What happened there? Did you see that happen? Because of the wire is around the side. It should be maybe around the back. I'm doing the wire. And John Allen is here. Who are you, John? I just got in from the pub. I may be in the wrong room. Even people who know are here are in the wrong room. You're in the wrong room. This is not what people want to see. It isn't. We've got 26 people watching. How many people do we have watching? I can't tell. I have to leave the thing. And but it's the same people. But I appreciate it. I do appreciate. Where are you from? How do you know Lewis Schaffer? That's a question, John Allen -B. Anyway, so she called herself an SPZ, I guess. And so the police came around and said, we heard you use the word SPZ like it's an illegal word. You're not allowed to use an illegal word. And she was describing herself. I call myself an idiot. Does that mean I'm insulting other idiots? Not Katie Holmes. No, not Katie Holmes. And does that make me an idiot? Shouldn't we have free speech? It's like I'm not saying America's a better country. We've just had 4 or more years of a democratic dictatorship, of that criminal Joe Biden. Criminal. So America's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it has the Constitution. If we enforce the Constitution, I saw Katie Hopkins talking to some American guy. It was bad what she was describing. The police tried to tell her not to talk about her interview. F the police. That's what I want to say. F the police. I remember my mother saying that the police, I'm not going to say what the police said. I don't know. I don't want to get into trouble. They're going to come knocking on my door. And the worst thing about it is I'm going to say, I'm not going to talk to you, but I want to talk to everybody. In my experience, you either speak to them voluntarily or spend 42 hours in a cell, remanded straight to court and stitched up, probably best volunteering. Yes, there's a penalty. And the guy that I was talking to, some guy, I don't even know who he was, a guy with a fat a picture of a fat guy as a profile picture. Well, I don't think that was him. That was him. He says you're not forced to volunteer. Of course you're forced. You're saying, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you if you don't volunteer. You're not forced. Run DMC, wasn't it? F the police. Basically, yeah. It's a little different for that. But Celia, that's what Celia says. F them. F them. I mean, that's what's going on right now. That's going on. You can't trust the police. I am with Katie Hopkins. And I'll tell you something, Katie. I was almost going to I was asked to do a tour with Katie Hopkins or a show with Katie Hopkins. And I said no. And I'm going to tell you why I said no. I said no because I don't want to be a success. I don't want to be paid. I don't want any money. And no, that is one reason. But the other reason is I said no because she wasn't a comedian. And I'm a comedian. I'm not a political leader. Paul Derby is here. Hello, Paul. Hi, Lewis. Are you still on the carnivore diet? Yes, I would say that. I mean, I had 2 pieces of toast today. I had 2 pieces of toast and I had an ice cream. But other than that, I'd say 95% of what I'm eating is beef. Rocket League is here too. I'm with Tommy Robinson. So the point is, here is the point. The point is, the police have been taken over. They're taken over. It's like they're taken over. And I guess they're afraid of losing their jobs. Maybe they don't have a strong union or something. How can they? Maybe they're communists themselves. Apparently, they're called pigs because of Animal Farm. They were with the people, animals, and helping initially, and then they took power from the people, the animals, and abused them. Is that right, Mr. Cuff? Yeah, well, here's the book. Well, this is not the book. There's the other book. I'm reading 1984. Can you see that? You probably can't see it. But, I mean, if they say to me, my God, too many new people here, maybe I'm becoming famous. Anyway, so Ranger Martin says, do you have any plans to interview the film director, actor William Shatner about the making of Star Trek? Why are you asking me this question? Starring T.J. Hooker and being the oldest man in space. Are you the promotion guy for William Shatner, who I'm quite fond of? But why are you asking me such a question? Thank you for coming. Where are you from? Are you a man? Are you a woman? How old are you? And are you fat? Anyway, so what are we talking about? We're talking about Katie Hopkins. So I didn't do it because Katie Hopkins, I didn't think was a comedian, but I think she's very funny. And I don't want to be known as a political leader, but when I'm talking to you, I just let my mind go. And when I was on talking to this guy and he's saying about how there are way more people arrested in America and in prison in America. Yes, and there should be, because there are lots of bad people in America. Here, no one goes to prison, but they're putting people in prison for saying things for 34 months or whatever. They are supposed to be impartial and work within the law. They don't anymore, says Mr. Cuff. Yes, they don't work within the law. Brainwashed coppers bring back the peelers. Well, that's like from 200 years ago, right? I mean, you don't want to be beaten up by those guys. I've seen it. I've seen bad things. I've only, not really. I haven't seen as many bad things as I'd like to see. But they're knocking on Katie Hopkins' door. I mean, the good thing is, like, what's his name? When they arrested Graham Linehan, who's a lovely guy, they arrested him and he filmed it. He filmed it. And that's what I'm going to have to do. Rather be beaten up than be meted. What is that? What is be med? Bemed. I'd rather be beaten up than be med. What does that mean, William Wallace? I don't know what that means. Lewis, good to catch another Jim Johnson. I've been away due to my wife in the hospital, getting her gallbladder removed, keeping it spicy. Okay, well, good luck to her. You don't really need your gallbladder, really, from what I know, but you should, but bummed. William Wallace is bummed. Is she going to be all right? Maybe we'll have a prayer for your wife. You're in Texas, right, Jim Johnson? If I remember correctly. I wish I remembered all this stuff, but Jim Johnson's wife, gallbladder. The gallbladder has extra fat that it keeps, that it stores extra fat. Yeah, wishing your wife a speedy recovery, says MC Scott. That's right. Bring back coppers like the TV show The Sweeney. I had never saw any of that show. You're nobody till you get a knock on the door, Lewis. Laugh out loud. It's all Carney. Yes, it is. Or the other son's fault. Hasn't Enoch Burke been given 30 years for refusing to use pronouns? I don't know. We should check that out. Yes, blessings from Texas. Wife is home and doing well. We will say a prayer. What is your wife's name? First name, please. Don't give me her telephone number. I might have to visit. Yeah. They were great. The professionals as well. The professional was half American. It was Roger Moore. Wasn't it Roger Moore? And what's his name? And Tony Curtis. And then Tony Curtis went downhill doing, I don't know what he was doing. He's dead now. Can we say what he went? Casey. Okay, we'll say Casey. KC. That's a real American or British name. When did you turn down Katie? I think last year, a year, or maybe 2 years ago. I sent her an email on your behalf ages ago. Maybe that's why they called me, Jed. So I want to thank you, Jed. Every time you do something like that, I appreciate it. I appreciate it like that, you know. I appreciate it. I don't remember when it was. I think it was last year, a year before. I don't know. My girlfriend at the time, she wasn't a fan. She wasn't a fan. She wasn't a fan of Tommy Robinson. She's not a fan. She thinks that I've turned fascist or whatever you're going to call me. Well, we're going to say a prayer for you. You might not stay for the entire show. You don't have to. We'll say at the end of the show, we're going to say a prayer for Jim Johnson. Professor Jordan Peterson got into trouble for not using the preferred pronouns of his students. Did he have a health scare recently? I just got notification from his daughter. Yes, 6 badges. I've heard that. You know, we're not perfect. You know, we are not perfect. I am not perfect. I wish I was perfect, but I am not perfect. I'm going to have to check out Enoch Burke. Is that his original name? We need to... you should be able to say what you want to say to people, but they're afraid of that. And if you take a look at Keir Starmer and the left, they don't care about making. Why wouldn't they care about making their own people happy? Because maybe they think that it's not going to be another election. They've already canceled 4 elections, 4 huge elections, which Reform was going to win. I met a girl at the party last night who was working she said to me, are you Reform? And I said, well, I was as a kid, but now I would say I'm more conservative or Orthodox. That's a Jewish joke. Reform is I don't even know if they have it here. It's basically mild Judaism. Mild Judaism. I wish I wasn't that, but I am that. William Wallace Chips. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying let's get back on track. Jim Johnson, are you near Garland? Says Carrie B. Where is Garland? I don't know where that is. Burke has to purge his contempt for court before release. What does that mean? Contempt for court. Professor Jordan Peterson got into trouble for not using the preferred pronouns. Yeah. Mr. Cuff comes in. The amount of court clerks and magistrates in this country that should be locked up for unfair trials is disgusting. Did you see the judge, Joey Barton, that he offended some woman, some horror, whatever? You can't say anything to that's really bad. Really, really bad. Really bad. So I'm with you, Mr. Cuff. They're really bad. William Wallace says that's why trial by jury. That's why trial by jury going for the free speech. That's why trial by jury going for the free speech, guys, gurus. That's why trial by jury. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Enoch Anak. Enoch Anak, says Carrie B. The Burkes are a good Christian family, super principled. I'm going to have to check out the Burkes too. I'm going to have to be prepared for all of these people. It's just so stressful to read about this. I met a girl, or was that Isabel by any chance? Which girl did you meet? The grooming gangs make me sick. Dave Toby is here. Hello, Dave. 151 parliamentary members in the Fabian Society. It doesn't matter whether they're in the Fabian Society or not. Even the ones that aren't are communists, and half of the Conservative Party are communists. It's just that we're being taken over by communism. I never said anything bad about communism. I mean, I was a communist. I thought I was a communist. When I was young, everybody's a communist in America. You know, you're young, but it's a murderous group of people. They need to sort shit out. Okay, let's go back a step. Jim Johnson, who's in Texas, he says, I'm in a Fort Worth, west of Dallas. Garland is an eastern suburb of Dallas. So that could be, how many miles could that be? 50 miles? Or is it more than that? I mean, Fort Worth is where the West begins. Where is General Worth buried? Here's a trick question for Jim Johnson. They need to sort that shit out. Okay? So many people have had to relive their abuse since it was brought up again. Yeah, they're letting it happen because they want us to be afraid. That's what it is. It's all about panic. That's what it is. How many people are watching us now? William, the Magna Carta says that we should be tried by our peers, hence trial by jury. But here in this country, they can just change the laws because there's no constitution, and they're proud that there's no constitution. You need it written down. You say, this is what we believe in. David Bowen, atheist, non-political. Well, you know what? You're political by saying you're an atheist. And you're bald. How old are you, David Bowen? And are you fat? Everybody is political. By saying you're not political, right, means you're political. Jim Johnson says Carrie B, who's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My favorite musician is from Garland, Caleb Landry Jones. I never heard of who that is. Who is that guy? Are you going to Tommy's Carol service on the 13th? You're 51 and single. Any kids? Any kids? There are women here you could meet. Where do you live? Where do you live? Meet them here and make them happy. That's what I tried to do. I tried to make the women happy, but I wound up getting into arguments with them. Doodles isn't here because I was getting into an argument with her. I just went back to get into an argument with her. She was, I don't know. Magna Carta is our Constitution. No, it is not. No, it is not. It is not a Constitution which everybody signs off on and everybody believes. Unfortunately, you're a bit late. You're about 250 years late. Or maybe 240 years late from the American Constitution. We've had it for 240 years. You're not fat, David Bowen. Where do you live? And you have no kids. I think that's the right answer. Is it 1302? Una Sanctum. Where does it say you don't need a Magna Carta? That's the battle between the king and the princes. You need something that defends every single person in the country. Get on the dating site. I've got 5 to go. 5 dating sites to go. 250 years is quite frankly nothing in English history. The fact is that every person who came to America had the exact, his or her family had the exact same history as every English person. Every English person. You can say, oh, America is a new country. No, every single person who came to America has the exact length of time history as you do. To say, oh, it wasn't brand new. They all brought shit with them. Leothian Rugby says William Wallace. Otley West, Yorkshire. Are you from Otley West? I don't know. Where is Otley West? I don't know if I've been there, but I've been all over all over Yorkshire. Yorkshire was the largest county in Britain. Could it be the largest county in England? Maybe it's in England. It's the largest county near Leeds Airport. Okay, fantastic. Leeds Airport. Let's get on a plane and get the hell out. Let's go somewhere. Let's go to Malta and see Maltese Phil. Let's go to the airport and let's have some. Is it expensive at the airport? That's how you know it's a real airport, when it's expensive, when it's a ripoff. I love Otley. A lot of good mates there, says Six Patches. Joe is here. Lewis, no argument for a change. Calm and mellow. Yeah, we should be, because this is the nighttime. We need to be calm. Lewis is as a mere blink in the eye compared to the UK's rich history, Scott. That sounds so stupid. Don't be stupid. Every single person who wrote the Constitution came from England, and they had a very long history. They knew the king. They knew the royal family. They knew how they were treated. They knew that someone could knock on their door and saying, "Listen, come down to the police station, or we're going to arrest you." And they said, "No, you can't do that. Can we come into your house?" And Americans go, "No, you can't come into my house. F off." I'm pouring myself some water. So don't say that. This is one of those things that I believe in. I believe, Americans, they've got a history. Every American has a history. I have a history. My history is longer than your history. I'm an Ashkenazi Jew from Israel. And then from Israel. Before that, from Israel. We read the Bible, the Torah. So we got a longer history than you guys do. Thank you very much for saying that, MC Scott. We've all thought about these issues. We have thought about these issues, and they're saying, "Oh, we've been England for so long." They don't want to have anything written down because they want to take advantage of you. I think that's what it is. Anyway, I hear you, Lewis. Thank you, MC Scott. Thank you, everybody who's here today. Thank you everybody who's here. Was I screaming? Did I lose some people here? I lost some people. I'm not as entertaining as I used to be. I'm worried about tomorrow. I'm a bit tired. We're not gonna. I'm a bit tired right now. We've had three streams. I don't know what it is. David Bowen, tell me, how did you find this? I'm looking at you, David Bowen. David, how did you find the Lewis Schaffer Uncooked podcast? Did you see me perform? Tell us what the story is, David Bowen. Because most people come in for a lot of shows. We got some newish people like Dave Toby. But generally speaking, William Wallace, he's relatively newish. But we've got Caribbean, been here a while. Selaire, Vatanai, MC Scott. Or you watch the earlier stream. This country, the UK, is a great country that the present administration doesn't give a shit about because they are globalists. So they don't care about English, British, French, whatever, Normans, the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes, the Normans, the Celts, the Irish, the Northern Irish. They don't care. They do not care about this country. Is it illegal for me to say that? Is it illegal for me to say that they don't care about this country? Was a great country, and it's not completely lost yet, but it's in danger. It's in danger, this country, I think. The country is in danger. Vatanai is here. Luigi the ginger cat is watching you while learning, while leaning. I assume it's leaning and not learning on your arm. What is he learning? On your arm. Vatanai. I mean, the country, we're praying the country will be saved. Because the fact is, even if countries go through horrible periods, they can sometimes come out the other end. Look what happened to Russia. Nothing personal. But Russia was basically destroyed by communism. Totally destroyed. Leaning. Maria Panagiotis. Panagiotis. Hello, Maria. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for coming in. Religious people believe in a lot of miracles. John Allen, he's also new today. Fundamentalist atheists believe in only one. I mean, we're not atheists anymore. We can't afford to be atheists. We need a God. We need a God, John Allen. The only one. How all this came out of nothing, which is you don't believe that either, because that's like a lie. That's a leftist lie. It's a leftist lie. Is that the Big Bang Theory and all that shit? Leftist lie. David Bowen's having a Guinness. Okay, well, enjoy it. Enjoy the Guinness. The point is, I can't believe I've become like a religious figure. Calm and mellow, says Joe. Yeah. Is that what am I saying? What are you saying? I'm saying this. Who's a female? Joe is a female. What reunion was this, without being too specific and doxing yourself? It's still great country, and we just have lost our way due to consecutive bad leadership. No, no, no. We've been basically, the world's been brainwashed by communism across the world, whether it's France, Germany, communism, whether it's Denmark or Sweden or the United States. Six Badges. I think you should enjoy the book Eats, Shoots, and Leaves by Lynn Truss. Eats. Is there a comma in there? I'm not sure there's a comma. Hoodwinked. Hoodwinked. Is it about punctuation? Is that what it is? We haven't had bad leadership. What's his name is not a leader. You think Keir Starmer is a leader? He's not a leader. He's the front man for a globalist takeover of the entire country. They don't care who's there, who's running the thing. And he doesn't either. He doesn't care that nobody likes him. He's just been told, you're in front, you just stay there until, don't care. It's like the story that I tell. It's about a guy going to the sales, like what is salesmanship? It's you don't care that the guy doesn't want to buy from you. Of course he doesn't want to buy from you, but you have to convince him to buy from you. Picture sent to my ex. Okay, now I'm going to have to look on my ex. Okay. How did you send it? On my, whatchamacallit? I love pictures being sent to my ex. I don't see it there. I don't see if Atanai said this or Votan. Where has the picture been sent? Is it I don't see it. What would it be? It would be what picture? Oh, your cat. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That's a nice computer too. Why can't I get it? Why can't look at how bright I am? Is that how bright I look? Because on this computer I look very dark. Oh, I love beautiful, beautiful cat. Cats are so nice. Cats are so nice. Thank you very much. He posted, I'm putting a heart next to it. Team World. I wish I could see that Lewis versus Andrew bout again. Just for your surprised reaction. I might be up somewhere. It might be up somewhere. There'll be enough. When I get arrested, all this stuff is going to come out. All this stuff is going to come out. If they ask you to attend, this is what Big Boy says on Twitter. He says, if they ask you to attend a voluntary interview, it is because they have insufficient evidence to arrest you. That's what I said. I said that in my post. And they absolutely would. Or they absolutely would. They would arrest you right then and there. They'd love it. It's easier for them. You are not obliged to help them find such evidence against yourself. They are not your pals. Yeah. If somebody comes and knocks on your door, just say no. Say no. Say no. Okay, I saw the picture. Thank you, Vatnai, for the picture. Joe, you were youngest there by far. How many others are 37? Good memory, Mr. Cuff. She's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 37-year-old woman. Better than having pictures sent OF of your ex. OF. Not, you don't mean OnlyFans. You don't mean OnlyFans. I sent it to your page. There you go. It's the cat. What is the cat's name? Or is that too personal? You're doing great, Lewis. Thank you, Jim Johnson. I think I am. I think these shows they're getting less frenetic. They're getting nicer. I think these shows are nicer. I think, generally speaking, the people who turn in here have got very, very few bad people turn in at all. I think Jim Johnson, we're doing a good job. You're accurate. Mr. Cuff says voluntary interviews are also to do with the custody clock. They only have 24 hours after an arrest. A voluntary interview isn't on the clock. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to keep you in the neighborhood. They think you're going to flee the country. Less frenetic. We had 3 starts tonight. Yes, okay. But I don't think look at my blood pressure. It's 165. It's low. It's low. It's not low, but it's not as high as it's been. And I'm trying to be as calm as possible, I think. I'm basically William Wallace says the police come to visit, they would be hit with my fee schedule. Yeah, for talking to them. That's totally true. Charge them money. Keith more than conquers. There you go. But here I am joining. Everybody give Keith a round of applause for coming in. Everyone give Keith a round of applause. Where have you been? Why are you late? We have 31 people watching the stream. That's really good for a Wednesday night. A late show Wednesday night. Mr. Cuff's hourly rate of £1,000 minimum charge for 1 hour. Well, that's what lawyers can charge. In America, they can charge that much. I don't know whether they can charge that much here, but they can charge that much. You want to ask me questions. You want to interview me. What are you going to do with it? You're gonna put it up in the newspaper or something? I mean, what are you interviewing me about? Do I think of myself with an insult word that might be considered insulting? Yes, I do. Should you waste my time? They're asking Katie Hopkins, do you really think you're an SPA blank Z? Do you really think that? 31 people and 1 cat. The other one is in the room listening. God bless the cat. If she was there, I'd give her a great big kiss on the head. I love cats. I'm also more and more of a dog fan too, but I still love cats. And you know what we have a lot in London is foxes. Probably have foxes up there too. I like foxes. You were just talking about how there aren't any bad eggs here. And I jump in. You are not a bad egg. You are not a bad egg. And maybe Doris, who is a girl from Mars, is the huge dog. Maybe more. Are you here, girl from Mars? 1 orange brain cell. What does that mean? Is that about orange cats? If you want to see what Vatnai's cat looks like, go to Lewis Schaffer. Go to Lewis Schaffer. Go to Lewis Schaffer. I think. No, I mean, I think, I don't know if it's getting any better. What we're doing here, I don't even know what we're doing, but it's something. It's okay for me. It's okay. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it. That's what I'm saying. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope it's a subreddit for what? For what? Maybe for what? 1 orange brain cell. Well, what is it a subreddit of? Isn't Reddit a controlled site? You can't be too honest about stuff on Reddit. This is what I've heard. I mean, look what they did to Donald Trump. They fired the guy who was whatchamacalliting, who was organizing the Donald Trump thing. This is years and years ago. Yeah, it's great. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate the love that we give to each other. Mr. Cuff, Six Badges, Keith, I appreciate it. I'm enjoying it mostly. People with similar views. Yet we all differ on certain subjects. Yeah, well, people can't believe everything. And I don't expect you to believe me, but I am going to say what's important to me. And then you can go that's crazy. Am I mad? I think I'm getting progressively madder. The fact that I've stopped washing, basically, that I don't take showers for days, maybe once a week if I take a shower once a week. I just don't. I don't feel the need. Our skin peels off. That's what dust is. It's people's skin. It'd be a very dull world if we saw eye to eye in everything. That is true. That is true. And I think I'm not saying I'm generous. It's not generosity. But if you want to believe what you want to believe, you can. I don't get mad at people, generally speaking. Some people think I am mad at people. Some people were upset because, I say something and they think that I'm being bad to people, but I'm not. I am. Maybe I am. We're all great together. Yeah, basically, we are, whatever we're doing here. Whatever. It's a place to go to. I can see why this is good for me. It's something to do. We need to be busy. And I remember that's what my life has been. It's been a search for busyness to take my mind off of everything. Mr. Cuff says, I'd be concerned about meeting people or that certain areas would start to itch if I didn't wash often. Yes, you would think that, but that's not true. I'm not itchy. I'm less itchy. If you go on a low-carb diet, you don't itch, number one. Secondly, I don't smell, but this is the thing. If you see me, you know why I don't smell? One of the main reasons why, because I wear clean clothes every single day. I put on clean clothes. I wash all my clothes. So I don't smell like a New York City homeless person. They don't even have those people who smell that much here. 500 per minute, says William Morales, seeing me. And if they see my kids, 50 pounds per minute, youth rate. No, 50 pounds a minute is more. 50 pounds a minute is 3,000 pounds an hour, I think. And I'm just doing quick math. I don't even know whether that's right or not. In my opinion, Reddit is controlled by the left, says Six Badges. But it is also designed as a free speech network, so all viewpoints are entertained. Each individual subreddit is moderated by the community. But didn't they fire people? Lewis, are you a fattist? Yes, I am. I think fat is disgusting. It's unnecessary. We need to be thin and beautiful, and I fight every single day to be thin. Are you fat, John? If you can be fat if you say, you know what, I am fat. I'm addicted to food, and I'm going to try to work out how to lose weight. You're a role model, Lewis. I'm reading a book, How to Lose Weight. So that's my answer to you, John Allen. Are you fat? How much do you weigh? How tall are you? Are you a male or a female? Where do you live? But that doesn't mean I hate fat people, but I'm not going to have sex with you if you're fat. I'm not going to have sex with women if they're fat and they're not doing anything to get thin. Okay? A new scrap between the EU and the US is starting. The president of the EU Council, Antonio Costa, has warned Trump not to encourage nationalist parties, or there will be sanctions. Mad or what? He's mad because Europe is dead. I'll be right back. Here we go. How are you? This is the book. This is the book. How to lose weight. It says how to stop smoking, but you can apply it to losing weight. Okay. There we go. I'm fatophobic. I'm fat of myself getting fat. Yes, for me personally, yeah. I don't want to get. I woke up today. I gained a kilo by being at the party last night. I ate a lot of. I didn't eat many carbs. I had like 4 glasses of wine over the night. Over the night. Oh, you know what? I've lost. I don't want to lose control of the thread. Black Belt Barrister uses a website that allows you to choose which papers you get info from. It has them all and says whether they are left or right. Yes, it's called Ground News. I look at that a lot. I look at Ground News a lot. But you know what it is? It's not the newspapers anymore. They're irrelevant. What's important is the websites. Black Belt Barrister is fantastic. He's amazing. I mean, I think he is. I watch him all the time. And you could say you get information from Lewis Schaffer. You know, you get information. What website do you go to? Lewis Schaffer. John, maybe an imposter. Profile he made 35 minutes ago. Jordan Allen by calling me a fat folk. Okay, well, we're keeping an eye. Are you a real person, John? Why do you only have a profile 43 minutes ago, John Allen? Come on. We if you gotta speak to us because we're a small group of people. We got about 30 people here who come to. Well, maybe there. How many? I don't know how many people come in like once a week. I mean, or whatever could come in tomorrow. Let's say there are 60 or 75 people. Okay, I'm a fattest, says Six Badges. I think that fat shaming should become normalized again for the sake of everyone. Yeah, you should be. You should say, no, you're fat. You're not healthy. Why should we pay for your health care if you've got diabetes because you're fat and you're eating a high carb diet? They owe 24,000 and the council owes, who is this? 400,000 invoice. RN, don't come knocking for money, vampires. I shall adjust accordingly, says William Wiles. I don't know what you mean by that. Who would want to have sex with someone who doesn't wash or clean their teeth? Who? Do you know why? You know why you would want to do this? Because people are self-cleaning. You're a man. When you put stuff in your mouth that kills the germs that are there, your mouth is dirtier. It's rotting. You are rotting. I am not rotting. I'm healthier than I've ever been. You can smell me. There's no dirt. There's no dirt. I'm just warning people. You know, girls have sex with me, Carrie B, and they don't think, or at least maybe one girl has, and they have sex with me, and they don't think I'm all dirty, and I don't smell of dirt. I don't smell of, I'm clean. Maybe I'm not me. You don't think I'm clean. I'm 68 years old. If you don't want to have sex with me, you don't have to. I took a shower and shampooed my hair and brushed my teeth every day, for my entire life. And I'm not doing it anymore. Screw those people. Lewis, genuine musing. Talking of skin dust, I was thinking of the space stations. They must have to filter the air constantly. What happens to the dirty filters? That's a good question. Find out the answer, MC Scott, and post it here. I think that's a really good question. Do you think that I'm a new? I'm a new. You could be. I'm aware of that. McCuff says, I don't want to pay for it. What are you paying for what? So he's going to check for skin dust. Fat bottom girls make the rocket world go round. Dave Toby, what song is that? That's Fat Bottom Girls. I don't even know what band that was that sang, but I just heard of Gerald Celente, a New Yorker, and had to listen to him. Seems interesting content. Have you heard of him? No? I'll write it down. I'll write down the name, Keith, Gerald Celente, heard by Keith. More than. And put a star next to it. Yeah, I mean, first of all, there's no such thing as journalists. That's what I've said. Black belt barrister. Okay, Mr. Cuff says, are you saying who's crazy? My thinking is crazy. I don't believe in in chemicals and all that stuff. I do wash my hands. I wash the plates every day, which is because otherwise my kids yell at me. Black belt barrister is amazing. He uses ground news, so I don't have to. But he also has a good way of looking at the world. John Allen says, my girlfriend accused me of being a fattest. I said, I think you'll find you're the fattest. That's someone's joke. That's Jimmy Carr's joke. Are you somebody that we know? Are you somebody we know? Are you making a fresh start? If you're making a fresh start, go for it. If you're somebody we know, we're gonna have to delete you. Anyway, I don't want to delete you. I want more and more people listening to this. How many people do we have watching this right now? How many people? I've got to. Everybody, can you go and can you press the like button, the thumbs up? Can we do that? Can you press the thumbs up? We've got 18 people liking it, 24 people. We're doing good. We're doing really good. Costa said, Europe will fight back with severe consequences. I'd like to see what that would be. Trump must be shaking in his boots. Not. You're right. You're right. They're losers. They're absolutely losers. They're losing Jimmy Carr joke. Yeah. Good to see you, Kermit. They're losers. They're a bunch of losers. Sorry. Europe. They're communists. They're communists. Donald Trump is right. He might, I'm not gonna say he wants Europe to be strong, but how could it be strong when the nuclear deterrent is controlled by Muslims? Okay? They've been around for decades and decades, and they still haven't come up with a nuclear deterrent. That's how you know you're a loser. The fact is, Israel has one. North Korea has one. But not one Muslim country has a nuclear bomb. Not one. Come on. Plenty of time before, after. Credit Jimmy Carr, John B. Allen. Lewis. As a fattest, have you ever been tempted to engage in fat bashing? No, because I used to be a bit fat. My father was fat. And fat people have feelings. And they have feelings too. But they need to be told, you're fat. And we need to stop being fat. It's very hard to... It's like when I went to Overeaters. This is true. Went to Overeaters Anonymous meeting. And I thought, this is the hardest thing in the world. Because like with Alcoholics Anonymous, you say, I'm not going to drink anymore. But with Overeaters Anonymous, I'm not going to eat as much. And it's so hard to not eat as much. It is really hard. Darklands. Hello, beautiful Darklands. Stop saying girls. Stop saying girls. You sound perfect. What was I saying? Girls. Sorry. Well, you're a girl. I mean, girls. It could be... I'm old school. Okay, girls. Women. I don't mean girls like underage girls. I mean girls from the age of 18 to 90. Girls who are 90 like to be called girls. Women who are 18 want to be called women. Do they not? Is that right? Am I right about that, Carrie B? Anyway, Black Belt Barrister seems to be one of the more authentic YouTubers rather than the usual clickbait channels. Yeah. Yes, exactly. I think that I'm authentic. Do I seem authentic to you? Do I think I'm authentic? I'm trying to be. I just jumped ahead. My daughter had her neck contraction for 6 weeks. Her hair was plaited for the operation. And after 6 weeks, her hair was in perfect condition. Why? Because it was plaited or plait, whatever you use that word. You mean in braids? My hair, I don't wash my hair, and it's not fluffy and dry the way it used to be. So you don't need to wash your hair. That guy, Johnny Harris, Google Johnny Harris. He's got a website, and he talks about not washing his hair. I haven't shampooed my hair in about 3 years. 3 years. If we keep away from germs, maybe we can get sick. Maybe we get sick easier. Germs aren't real, right? No. Yes, germs aren't real. Germs do not exist. Bacteria might exist. Microorganisms exist. But germs do not exist. We're breathing. As I said, you keep a bit of meat on the counter here. It's going to be It's going to have so many bacteria on it after a while, right? And what are we breathing? We're breathing in all the fluff and stuff, all the fluff and stuff, all the fluff and stuff. Okay, Lewis, I'll get back to you on this. Get back to me. We'll find out what the answer is about skin in the air. I bet Lewis had a shower for his posh mates at the party last night. No, I did not. I didn't. I did not. I didn't. Queen, queen, queen. What does that mean? What does queen mean? I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I was thinking the same. Pat Benatar. Is that one of those joke answers? Lucy Van Pelt. Lucy Van Pelt. I'd like to hear Lucy Van Pelt sing that. Link on Discord. Okay, I don't know what that means. Dave Toby. You don't like our jokes, do you? I don't understand your jokes. This is the thing about Lewis Schaffer. I don't understand it. And I know I'm supposed to. I used to be so smart. I don't understand what the hell you people are talking about. You people are talking about. Human beings aren't industrial products, but we consume industrial products. That's true. And we rub them on our skin. I don't use any suntan lotion anymore. I don't have the athlete's foot, so I don't use anything in terms of itchiness. I'm not itchy. And the way you stop being itchy is by being low carb. Low carb. Seemingly, they have to manage skin dust constantly, but essentially, the habitat becomes toxic and results in results in the constant monitoring of their health. Possibly that's true. I don't know. I think they do clean it up. They must clean it up. No way. I'm pressing the like again. Can everybody press the like? Thank you very much, 6 badges. Everybody press the like. Ergo, Lewis, it's not healthy being an astronaut in space. No, it isn't. I don't think it is. Pakistan has the bomb. Okay, maybe it does. All right, so maybe I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. I didn't realize that I was wrong. I was wrong. Then Muslim countries can have the wrong. Pakistan has a nuclear bomb, says 6 badges. Fact check. Okay, I appreciate it. They got the bomb. Well, because they were competing with India. I'm not fat shaming. What about that bloke on GB News? He was fat. Proper fat. Was it a quality wine that I had? Yes, it was pretty good. I mean, I can't tell wine. 95. What is 95? What is 95? Starmer, Macron, Mertz are 3 massive globalist dickheads, obedient to their masters. Exactly. They're not to blame. They're losers. But the whole ethos of communism has taken over the East and the West. The East and the West. What about it is? 90. Bloody hell. Who's 90? I don't know what that joke is about. I don't know what that joke is about. We're singing songs. Thank you, 6 badges, for the songs. We need fresh air and water. We can agree with that much. And we need gravity, too. Luigi the cat has never had his hair washed, and his fur is perfect. Exactly. Except when I was a kitten and fell in the unflushed toilet. Then he had a rinse in the shower. Yeah, I guess you got it. Queen. Yeah, 6 badges, Queen. They were good. I think Freddie Mercury was gay. I don't want to. Is it wrong for me to say that? That doesn't mean I'm not mad at him or anything like that, but he was gay. Did you know that he was gay? I didn't know we're permitted by the authorities to press the like button more than once. You're not. I don't think you are allowed to do that. You're really behind, Lewis. 90 was in relation to girl. Yes, if I see a 90-year-old, I'm going to call her a girl. And she's not going to be picky about it. She'll go, oh, I'm a girl. When I'm on top of her, I probably won't go on top of her. Let her go on top of me. Carney is signing up the new European Defense Group. Canada keeps sending all the money to the Ukraine. Yes, it's not fair. Anyway, so we're almost done with this show, but breaking news, Schaffer outs Mercury. You knew that he was gay, right? Did you know that he was gay? He's gay. You knew he was gay. Don't play with me like that. Anyway, yeah, Canada's a mess. Canada's a mess. Canada's a mess. They're letting in millions of people. Canada's like this country. Why are all these countries acting the exact same way? That's the question. Why is Starmer like Macron, like Carney? Why are they all this way? Why? How do they get together and be there? It's really a mystery to me. It's really a mystery for me. Go carnivore to stop being fat. Yes. Go carnivore. Yes. It's I had 2 slices of bread today. Not good. But it's very easy to get fat when you're on a high carb diet. It's very easy to eat more. Who's gay? Trudeau. Whether he's gay or not. You mean Turdo. Turdo. Okay. Says Lee. Lee B is here. Hey Lee, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Somebody new. Make sure you sign, make sure you like the thing, and make sure you subscribe so you get messages. What Mercury was an uphill gardener. My childhood is ruined. The fact is there why is this happening everywhere? Why are Muslims taking over the entire world? Why is right before it takes over the entire world, the whole trans issue and homosexuality, and people in this country are not having any kids? Why? Is Canada same thing? Here, America, same thing. Why? Where does it come from? It's a good question. They want to mix us all up. That's the world plan. But who's in charge of the world plan? You know, what does Tony Blair know? We're waiting for someone to say, I was at a meeting, I got a call from somebody. I got a call. I was saying that Dale Winton was gay next. I don't know who Dale Winton is. Starmer is executive member. So is Khan, etc. If they're Fabians, albeit, and the Albert Pike document. William Wallace. I mean, I don't know. Maybe what are there Fabians in America too? I find white bread is less filling than brown, so I end up eating much more. It's also sugar. It's a starchy product. It's a starchy. The USA seized Venezuelan oil tanker. Yeah, fuck them. Yes, go Trump. Go Trump. Go Trump. Go Trump. Venezuela was going to invade Guyana. You can't have, we don't believe in that. Our Western cultures actually have a lot of empathy, in large part because of our Christian legacy. Bad people take advantage of the Christian, the empathy. Yes. And we wait a long time to speak up. Yes, we do, because we want to be nice. Like we want to be nice to the Venezuelans. Am I against America doing that? I'm against Venezuela messing with America. I'm against it. I mean, it looks like Donald Trump is not going to live too much longer. Not going to live too much longer. I actually laughed out loud at that. What did you laugh out loud at, Six Badges? Or to Lee, what Lee said? What did Lee say? I had a few gay men after my ass, which I now see as flattering of both sexes. Yeah, it is flattering. Sometimes it's the skinny ones. Sometimes it's the beefy puffs with lots of tattoos. It's nice when a guy says, I would do you. I would do you. And especially as you get older, people aren't as interested in you. Or the young one, whatever, they aren't as interested in you. The Fabian Society expose on the upper tier to the Masons' buffaloes. It by design, says William Wallace. Okay. I mean, who knows what the story is? I mean, I think this show has become, not show, this stream has become interesting. Is it interesting? I think it's pretty good. We've had a brown hatter. The U.S. has seized the largest tanker off the, yeah, it's not good. I'm not in favor of that. Bears is what those gay men in tats and gears. What is tats and gears or bats and whatever it is? I'd give the shirt off my back to Canada. I'd freeze to death. Only way is to wear 4 layers. I've been to Canada. It can be very, very cold, but a lot of Canada is further south than a lot of places in America. If you look, there's a great big dip in America, and then there's Canada in there, Toronto, and those places. I bet Trump likes his carbs, and will not, and he's not getting any younger. That's exactly true. That's really true. Lucy Van Brown Hatter. Well, that's a new one. A brown hatter. Is that what you call like a gay man, a brown hatter? I've watched Retired Admiral talking about how he was canceled at the UN. He told them that the biggest threat to Europe was immigration from Africa. Yeah, he did. Did he say that? They don't want to believe that. Anyway, we're going to say goodbye to everybody. We're almost out of time. I want to thank you people for coming. This has been a great show. We've had a lot of the old people here. Kermit, of course, and Carrie B, and Six Badges, and Lucy, and Mr. Cuff, and Vatanai, and then Pete's Transport came back. And we've had a lot of like new people too. People, we don't know who they are, but they've been pretty well behaved. Lee has been here. Jim Johnson came back. David Bowen has been new. Thank you, David, for coming. Thank you for coming here. I'm going to thank everybody. I'm going to thank you all. Thank you, William Wallace, for returning and returning. I do appreciate it. Rocket League didn't say much, but you were here. Thank you very much. Joodles, thank you. I don't know whether you're listening in the background, whether your cat is listening to this. I don't know. MC Scott, fantastic. Fantastic. Shanks, who's doing the thumbnails, and Kermit, who's doing the moderation here. Dave Toby, who's become quite a regular, which I do appreciate. I appreciate seeing you. William Wallace, I guess I said that. David Bowen, thank you for coming in. Six Badges, John Allen, I don't know who you are, but you were relatively well behaved. Vatanai, brilliant. Just brilliant. Darklands, beautiful, beautiful Darklands. Joe, beautiful, beautiful Joe. Lucy, beautiful, beautiful. These are beautiful women. You want to be women, you could be women, and you could be girls. Whatever you want to be, you could be. Whatever you want to be, just, whatever. You can call me a boy. You look at you boys. As you get older, you don't mind being called a boy. You boys. I'm going out with the boys. The boys. Carrie B, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Carrie B. Just happy to see you. Keith Morthan, coming back in. That's so good. We've had basically 30 people coming for the entire stream. Let's take a look at the stream. I'll show you what we got. We got these people here. I'm on the analytics here. We've been mostly between 25 and 30. We were in the middle portion of this thing. At 11:30, we had 32. And we had 30 or, whatever. So there's a point from 11:15 to 11:30. We've had like lots and lots and lots of people. It's a lot of people. It's a lot, and you've all been really well behaved. Six Badges. She's thankful for Josh and Cressida. Yeah, you can do it. I mean, really, no more hate in my heart. There is hate, but I'm gonna try to keep it to myself. Did you want to see what the chart looks like? Hold on 1 second. There we go. Can you see this? Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? It's 32, 29, 32. So we've done quite well. And then the 30 there, 30, 30. We've maintained an audience. You've been very, very good. You peaked at Katie Hopkins, Cellaire says. I didn't say thank you for Cellaire. Thank you for coming in. If any of you, you've been here, you've been quiet, and I forgot to name you for whatever reason, just say, what about me? What about me? What about me? What am I, chopped liver? That's what you've got to do. Cellaire, good to see you. Team World must be financed by the CCP. Yeah, could be. Could be. I saw a video, 15 ways to destroy a country. Could have been founded by our enemies. Because they're working on it. All the young kids today, they've stopped having kids and they're just angry. So I'm going to see you later. Let me just say a prayer. Who did I say a prayer for? I'm going to say a prayer for you, Jim Johnson. I'm going to say a prayer. Dear Lord, God, creator of the universe, of the solar system, of the earth, of us on the earth, our creator. Please, Jim Johnson from Texas, from a suburb of Fort Worth, or maybe actually in Fort Worth. His wife had gallbladder surgery, and we know that it's a common surgery, but it can be very dangerous. All surgeries are dangerous. So we're asking you to look after our friend Jim Johnson's wife, Casey, to bless Jim Johnson with his wife for many years to come, and to bless his wife with life and health, and to bless us with Jim Johnson's presence. Amen. Amen. Buy the stream a cup of coffee if you're still here. £5. It's like basically less than 10 pence a show. £5. Or go to patreon.co.uk/Lewis Schaffer. At Lewis Schaffer. You can see it here. Just at Lewis Schaffer. Okay? Amen. B women. C trans. And D intersex. Amen. I know we're making fun of the way this sounds, but every single day we pray. We pray for people that we love in this stream. We pray for the health and safety of all of our friends here. I'm praying for Six Badges and Mr. Cuff and Keith and Vatanai and Darklands. I'm praying. We're all praying. And Lucy Van Pelt, we're praying for Lucy to live happy and healthily in the way that she would like to live. Yeah. G, obstinate. Maybe it should be G-obstinate. Amen. This is what we're praying for. Praying to give us strength to deal with a crazy, crazy world. Right? I'm going to thank you, and I'm going to say goodbye, and we'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I may be at 5, or it may be a little bit late. If it's a bit late, can you just not get too upset? Then I'll see you maybe 5:30. I hope I'm on the show again. I hope I'm going to be interesting. William Wallace, Elephant Pooh, we love you. Okay? The link is not really bone on the wall where he taps, because the system should have done it, but it doesn't. The link. Go to Twitter. It's all on Twitter. And if it's not on Twitter, you can go to Discord. Go to Discord. We can go there. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Kermit, for everything that you've done. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. Is it Lee Anderson show? I don't think I'm allowed back on GB News at the time being. I hope sometime in the future. Lewis, great as always. Stay spicy. Thank you, Jim Johnson. Thank you. I'm going to see you at 5 o'clock. Best show ever. This has been the best show ever, and you've made it the best.